Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella Sports.
Alrighty then, let's talk about Floyd Mayweather, Deontay Wilder. The interview with the Box Boys. I put the article link for Boxing Scene in there, man. They made out a manuscript, excuse me. But let's talk about Deontay Wilder, Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather real quick, okay? Gervonta said on Twitter that Floyd was passing the torch, and Deontay Wilder had a different aspect and questioned why did Floyd Mayweather announce his comeback right before his fight. All right, and what you got to understand is this: the reason why 50 and Floyd didn't get together and get along together because they're the same person. All right, they want to be on top, and they don't want nobody around them to get on their level or be better than them. Therefore, Lloyd Banks, Young Buck, the game would have never grew. Staying under G Unit, Tony Yayo, he wasn't gonna grow regardless because he really wasn't a rapper, but he could have been a good businessman. And 50 don't want people to be better than him. All right, and you can't have nobody like that being your mentor. Same thing with Floyd. And what Gervonta got to understand is, if he passed on the torch and he believed in you so much, why he coming back then? You know what I'm saying? Why is he coming back to the sport of boxing? Is what you got to ask. If this dude is the blueprint to being grossing $1 billion, then why he just don't let you, do your thing and build up? And what PBC fighters got to recognize is this. All right? They letting Floyd Mayweather cloud their vision of what being a boxer is about. When you hear the majority of PBC fighters, and I can say it's exception to the rules like Wilder, it's not about legacy. It's about, I want to be the most popular. I want to make the most money. You know what I'm saying? You rarely hear guys say, I want to be the best. And when they say it, I want to be the undisputed champion. You know what I'm saying? But do you really believe it when boxers today say they want to be undisputed? Because you got dudes jumping up a division, jumping up 2 division, peeking out the weakest link. You got guys fighting, they got guys fighting voluntary fights for that's non-title fights when they can be unified. So at the end of the day, Mayweather's turned it into a business. And Mayweather has crippled the next generation, so they won't be better than him. And if you approach him being better than him, or he fears you being better than him, guess what he do? He announces his comeback. You know what I'm saying? He announces his comeback right before your fight. No matter if people say your fight sold 2,500 pay-per-views or 200,000 pay-per-views. When he do shit like that to somebody, that mean that he look at you as a threat. And if he and I heard he is eye to eye with Al Haymon at PBC. So how can you be the best boxer you can? You know what I'm saying? How can you make the most money you can with somebody on top of you oppressing you? You know what I'm saying? How can you be on top when one of your bosses at PBC don't want you to be better than him? Not once did you say, hey man, I think Manny Pacquiao should fight Errol Spence. Not once. Not once. He not what's good for boxing, dude. Floyd Mayweather single-handedly was the destruction of boxing as we knew it, coming into the 2010 decade. Everything he did before that as Money Mayweather and leading into that decade, it was the destruction of boxing, the marination of fights. And what he's done is he's booby-trapped boxing, and he's conditioned boxers to believe once or twice a year is the way that's how you need to fight. What he's done, he's conditioned a fighter. Hey, don't worry about building a foundation for your legacy. Worry about getting 6-7 figure paydays for easy fights. And what he's done now, you don't see guys fighting 15, 16, 10 times a year as a prospect so they can get to 50 and 0. What he's done is booby trap boxing. That's what he's done. He's slowing boxing down so nobody can catch up to him. You might make some money, but he understands that. He understands this. I was fighting. When I was young, I was taking what I can get. I built the foundation for my legacy so I can be a pay-per-view star. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not gonna continuously fight, especially early in your career, and he's conditioned boxing fans to think, oh, safety first. Well, if you fight too much, you're gonna get injured or you're gonna get hurt. That's unhealthy bullshit. It's not. How you gonna stay in shape? How you stay sharp? And I keep saying that. How do you stay in shape and stay sharp? More injuries happen in sparring than the fight. A lot of people let you know that, and the trainers that I've talked to, a long time ago, off the record, whatever, they tell you that. Going 20, doing 12 rounds 3 times a week for 8-week camp, that's a lot of punishment. When if you stay fighting, you ain't got to spar that much because you're already sharp. And when Mayweather's made boxing safety first, and he's made boxing about getting that bag first, but in the long run, you might be making $1 million when Floyd was making 10, or De La Hoya was making 20 early in his career, whatever. You might be making a couple $100,000 or whatever. But in the long run, fighting once, twice a year, you can't be a pay-per-view star doing that. Now, when you become a pay-per-view star, you can do it. You can do it. How do people supposed to remember you? There's so much going on in boxing. I watch you fight in January, you don't come back till November. I ain't seen you in about 10 months. I ain't heard from you in 10 months. You enjoying your money. In the long run, you're going to make less money than De La Hoya did and Mayweather did. It may seem like a lot of money now. $3 million a fight, $5 million a fight. But once you get up there, 20, 25 million, ain't none of them fighters getting that much money. For real. 20, 25 million a fight like that on like off GP with back end money. They only inflating these prices right now, and they taking the loss. All that money gonna come back down. De La Hoya's making 25 million a fight plus pay-per-view money on the back end. In the 90s or the early 2000s or whatever, but what Gervonta Davis got to realize is this, okay? And I understand Bill Haney and Floyd have some beef, but even if they didn't have no beef and they pretty much got along, right? Let's just say they was cordial. Bill Haney already understood Floyd hustle. Floyd don't want nobody to be better than him. So why would I put my son under a dude that don't want to see the best happen for him? He unconditionally don't want to see the best happen for Devin. Same thing with Gervonta. Same thing with Richardson Henson's. All them dudes over there, how you gonna be good? How you gonna be great when somebody else don't want you to be greater than them? You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder peep game. He peep what he doing. He already know Floyd Mayweather see the greatness in him. If Floyd wasn't threatened by Deontay, people say, oh, bomb squad, or he did this many pay-per-view, or whatever. Fair game, right? But if Floyd wasn't threatened by Wilder, then why did you come out and announce your comeback this week? Why you couldn't wait after the fight weekend, right? Why? Come on. If Floyd cared about Errol Spence, why didn't he say, hey, Pacquiao should fight Errol Spence? Or why did he come out and say, oh, we not doing the Errol Spence fight? He made Errol look like a hoe. Then Errol had to come on that talk show and defend himself, which even was a more indictment on he was a hoe. All right? So Floyd wouldn't put these dudes in that predicament. And he always letting these niggas know, I'm y'all buck, I'm y'all boss. Come on. You can't have a boss, or you can't have a mentor that don't want you to be better than them. Then he comes out and say on this interview, and I played on the live for a minute, that all these fighters are spoiled and they getting these big paydays now, and I took what I can get back then, and this and that. Like, dude, you created this atmosphere. How dare you sit there and criticize these fighters? It's kind of like Lil Wayne. They was, oh, Young Thug is the most influential rapper. Bullshit. Everything these dudes sound like Lil Wayne. So how look like Lil Wayne coming out and saying, Uzi Vert is wearing, a tongue ring, and he whining and they singing on tracks, and all Lil Wayne was doing it. He really put that influence of Rockstar, and all this mook shit in the game. So how it look like Lil Wayne coming out here criticizing the rappers that sound like him, that took from him, and he responsible. Same thing with Floyd. How it look like Floyd criticizing these fighters for doing the same thing that you was preaching about 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 8 years ago? How? Come on, hypocrite. Floyd created this atmosphere. He created this booby trap so fighters won't be greater than him. I don't care what nobody say. And you a fool to sign with Floyd Mayweather, man. If you think you have a chance to be great, you think you have a chance to be on top of boxing, let's put this in perspective real quick. What if Devin Haney was signed to Floyd and his daddy came out and said, oh, we was beating Floyd ass in sparring. Floyd can handle Devin Haney. Man, Devin Haney could still be on the shelf. Devin Haney be on the shelf until he came out and issued a heartfelt public apology on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, Twitter, Snapchat, all that. Come on. Bill Haney been and went up there like Ice Cube to Mayweather gym smashing shit with a baseball bat. With 50 Bay Area niggas. Playing Spice One. Riding with the strap both side of me. Come on, man. He put Tank on the shelf just for not training in Vegas under his eye and wanted to train at home. So imagine if Devin Haney came out there and he was saying, Bill was out here saying, yeah, we beat up Floyd in sparring, and man, you wouldn't see Devin Haney to the next decade. So at the end of the day, you got to think about, who you sign with. And it ain't no perfect entity to sign with. It's not. They all got their flaws. You know what I'm saying? They all refuse to work together. It's like Bellator and UFC. They refuse to make fights with each other. The sanctioned belt bodies refuse to do their job and make the best fight the best. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But, Gervonta thinking he passing the torch, bullshit. You need to get out of Mayweather Promotions, dude. That man ain't passing you no torch. You know what I'm saying? 50 and Floyd ain't passing no torch. You just gonna have to snatch it, but you can't work with him to snatch it. Can't work with him, and Wilder understand that. He says he's his own entity, but that same management team that he got, they'd have never made the moves, the bad moves they made with him. They will never make those moves with Floyd. That's the God honest truth. They'd have never made them bad management moves. But hey, that's the game, man. But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. I appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. I want to make a donation, just share the video for your boy, put that link there. We're in December now. I know AJ and Ruiz fights coming up. Saturday I did a prediction video, so check that out as well. And other than that, y'all know what it is. One time sports. Check Goodfellas.